Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to give you guys my recap to the Knicks-Bucks game that just got wrapped up a couple of minutes ago. Man, what a crazy game from the New York Knicks and Milwaukee Bucks. We fall short. We had a crazy comeback. We get the lead in the fourth quarter because of the bench unit, but we were unable to close the door, and we lose this one 112-100. So I got a lot of things to say about this game. This was crazy at the Garden. We beat the defending champions last week on their home court. They were coming back to the Garden, and I had a feeling Giannis was not going to let this team lose again to the Knicks, and I was exactly right. So in this video, I want to give you guys my quick thoughts about the Bucks and Knicks game. Before I hop into it, I just want to mention, if you guys are new to Knicks Media, please make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that is at NYKnicks_media. And if you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to thumbs it up. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So starting off, Julius Randle and RJ Barrett start off the game very hot. They were the only two guys that were scoring. I think they had 18 points in that first quarter combined. Out of the 22 points in that first quarter, it was all RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. Well, outside of the first quarter, Julius Randle and RJ Barrett didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, Tom Thibodeau did not give Julius Randle or RJ Barrett any minutes in the fourth quarter because the bench unit of Emmanuel Quickley, Derrick Rose, Alec Burks, Obi Toppin, Taj Gibson, that unit is the one that sparked the comeback. We were down by as much as around 21, 22 points late in that third quarter, early in the fourth quarter, and that bench unit is what really clawed this team back. They're playing pesky defense, hitting crazy shots, Derrick Rose being absolutely amazing, Emmanuel Quickley having his best performance of the season so far, and they actually get the lead. So Tom Thibodeau decides to continue with this, with those five players on the court all the way to the end. And I kind of don't agree with that. And I'm not going to, be this guy that criticizes Tom Thibodeau because, who am I to criticize him? But I would rather see Julius and RJ get in the game at least around 5 to 4 minutes left because I felt like the bench unit ran out of gas. And I feel like that's what we lost the game because of that. We really played so well, fighting our way back, clawing our way back, and then all of a sudden, the Bucks just kept knocking down threes after threes late in that game, and then we ran out of gas late in that fourth quarter, missing shots, missing opportunities, not getting the buckets like we were earlier when we were coming back and really tied the game up. So I feel like Tom Thibodeau, he did a great job giving those guys the minutes. I'm happy he gave Obi Toppin the minutes he deserves, Emmanuel Quickley and those guys, because there was a point where I'm like, okay, do not sub this bench unit out, Tom Thibodeau, because these players are playing so well. They're the only reason why we're somehow in this game. So do not sub him out. But then when it got to like 4 minutes or so, I'm like, okay, at least put Julius in, at least put RJ in, because we need our closers out there if we want to actually get this W. And I feel like that's the reason why we lost this game. But at the end of the day, man, I'm not complaining. I'm not going to make this game into a negative on Tom Thibodeau at all. I feel like this Knicks bench unit and this Knicks team showed so much heart, so much grit and determination that they are not out of anything whenever they go up against a team, especially like the Milwaukee Bucks. If you guys remember, we came back from a 22-point deficit against the Bucks to beat them a week ago, and tonight we almost did the same exact thing. So it's a really good sign that this Knicks team has what it takes to fight their way back, even when they're losing by as much as 20 plus points. Even in the fourth quarter, they have what it takes to go on a crazy run to make it a game late in the fourth quarter. That's a very good sign. That's a sign of coaching. That's a sign of intensity. That's a sign of a sense of urgency. And this Knicks team plays with heart. They play with determination, and that bench unit played so well together. Emmanuel Quickley absolutely looking great. Derrick Rose, 6 of 8 from downtown. He looked so insane in this game where I'm watching and I'm like, oh my God, Derrick Rose, please continue to shoot the ball because you are single-handedly bringing us in this game. Obi Toppin did his thing as well. It was great to see this bench unit really click on all cylinders. Shout out to Alec Burks as well. It was just awesome to see all 5 of those guys claw their way back. And I didn't even mention the starters because they didn't really do anything. Outside of Randle and RJ Barrett, Randle had 16. Barrett had 9 points. He only had 20 minutes of action. Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker, they're both really stinking up these past couple of games. If you guys remember when we started off 5-1, the reason why we were winning is because Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker were scorching hot. They both were playing really good basketball together. We felt like, wow, these are great signings. This is why the Knicks went out there and got these two players. They're complementing each other very well. Well, now we're trying to figure out, what does this Knicks team do when Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker are not really doing anything? Because Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier, their play style is all offensive mindset. And if their offensive game is not out there and they're not playing well at an efficient level, what's their use on the court? Defensively, they're not there. They're not good defensively. We all know that. So the big question mark is, what does Tom Thibodeau do when Kemba Walker's shots are not falling? And he has back-to-back games where he's not hitting anything from the field. He started off the season red hot, shooting around like 59% from three. Now he cannot get a bucket at all. And I'm not expecting this to continue. I know that basketball is a game of ups and downs. I know that Kemba and Evan Fournier, they're both going to get out of this funk eventually. It's all part of the game of basketball. But as of right now, it's really hard to see the Knicks team crumble when they're not playing well. Other players have to step up, and I feel like it's all on the Knicks coaching staff to really make sure that they get the right rotations out there. So like I said, guys, there's really not much to break down in the starters because Julius Randle had 16 points. He started off red hot, and then he didn't really do anything outside of that first half. RJ Barrett started off with 9 points in the first quarter, and then he didn't really get the ball at all for the rest of the game. So he finished off with 9 points, and then Fournier and Kemba Walker both had 2 points, and Mitchell Robinson had 3 points returning from injury. But when it comes to the bench unit, this is where I really want to talk about the stats because this is crazy. Derrick Rose, 22 points, 7 dimes, 3 rebounds, 1 block, 3 steals, 8 of 15 from the field, 6 of 8 from downtown. D Rose has been absolutely phenomenal for this Knicks team. He's doing everything in his power to will this team back into victory. He's the floor general of that bench unit. He's finding Obi Toppin all the time. Him and IQ complement each other so well together, and I'm happy that D Rose had this game. Emmanuel Quickley, he's definitely broke out of his funk. I know some people were worried about IQ, like, oh, what's going on with Emmanuel Quickley? He's starting off slow. His shooting is not there. He's not doing anything positively. Everything's just not looking good for IQ. But the past 3 games, Emmanuel Quickley looks like the guy that we fell in love with as a rookie. IQ finished with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown, and a steal. So Emmanuel Quickley, he was another big reason why we were even in this game, late in that game, finding Obi Toppin for alley-oops, pulling up crazy jump shots from 3, the crazy floaters in the paint, taking people off the dribble. He is taking a big step in year number 2. You can see the confidence is absolutely astronomical for Emmanuel Quickley. We knew that he had the confidence as a rookie, but now in year number 2, you can see that he's way more comfortable in this system and way more comfortable at the NBA level, and he's only going to get better and better. And that's a really interesting problem. That is a good problem for the Knicks that they have right now, is we have such a good bench where how are they going to balance the minutes? Because we need Emmanuel Quickley on the floor. We need D Rose on the floor. We need Obi Toppin on the floor because Obi Toppin had a really good game tonight. He got 20 minutes of action, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal, 5 of 9 from the field. Obi Toppin is continuing his year 2 breakout, and he's doing everything you need as that backup power forward spot. He's running the floor so well in transition. His defense is doing really good. The effort's there, finishing through contact. I just wish Obi can start hitting those 3-point jump shots. I feel like that's been a big problem with him so far this year. I'm not too concerned about it because I know that he has that jump shot in him. That's what's really going to take Obi Toppin to the next level when he does get that 3-point jump shot consistently. So I'm excited to see that. Alec Burks, he finished with 14 points and 3 blocks, 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 7 from downtown. And then Taj Gibson, he just did all the dirty work. No points, but 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 1 steal. So that's really the bench unit because they kind of carried the load tonight, man. The bench had more minutes combined than the starters. Randle had 27 minutes. D Rose had 29 minutes. Quickley had 27 minutes. Think about that. Emmanuel Quickley had the same amount of minutes as Julius Randle. And hey, I'm not complaining, to be honest. I know that I said that Randle and RJ should have been in the game late in the 4th quarter, and I still stand by that. I still think that should have happened because playing all 5 of those guys for the entire 4th quarter, I know that they're in rhythm, but you got to get fresh legs out there eventually. But it is a good sign that the coach is giving this bench unit, especially the young guys like Quickley and Obi Toppin, some time to develop in the clutch time because I like that. I like that Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickley is getting the opportunity to shine in year number 2. So that's my thoughts about this, guys. I know that we fell short. It's unfortunate that we lost this game. We're now 7-5 on the season. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this game. Definitely very frustrating. We got a crazy comeback, and then we lose the game late in the 4th quarter. Definitely very frustrating. So please leave a comment down below of your thoughts about this game. I would love to hear what you guys have to say, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let's go Knicks. Peace.